Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Robby. And then you're gonna go to the craft corner shot. And where are we, guys?
Robby's Craft Corner.
Okay, good old Freddy. This is an official Five Nights at Freddy's mask. But it could definitely be improved. So what I think I'm gonna do is make him into Nightmare Freddy. I've been trying to do my research and there really aren't a lot of super clear photos of Nightmare Freddy, but I have a pretty good idea of what I wanna do. Okay, so first step of making this into this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut his whole mouth in half. Oh yes, looking good. It is a little bit rough, but you know what? I think I can make this work. I'm also gonna cut the bottom of his jaw. Oh yes, now he's a toothless Freddy. Not so scary now, is he? Now I know what you're thinking. Robby, what are you gonna do for his teeth? I actually bought a bunch of these acrylic nails, which are really easy to use for teeth. They're already white too, so you don't really have to do a lot. I know, kinda lazy, but it is what it is. So looking at Nightmare Freddy, he actually has 2 rows of teeth. But there's only one thing for me to really put this on. So I was thinking, how can I make him have 2 rows of teeth? And I decided to eat some lunch and think about it. And then I was just staring at the answer. A pie tin. Oh yes, perfect. I'm so glad I ate lunch before this, because otherwise I wouldn't have this pie tin. I'm basically gonna cut the pie tin and then glue it to the inside of the mouth. Let's see, will that work? Something like that. I'm gonna have to cut it strategically. Now it'll fold in a little bit. Okay. Maybe cut this part off. Oh, that's pretty good. That fits pretty nicely, actually. So now I just have to kind of form fit it a little bit and then glue it in place. I'm gonna start on one side and then kind of make my way over to the other. I'm also gonna leave kind of like a little bit of this showing because it kind of looks like metallic gums and I kind of dig that. Dang, Freddy, you got some grills. You're Bear Grylls. I have to make sure that the hot glue gun isn't too hot because I know that this plastic mask is probably gonna freaking melt. Just gotta be really careful with that. Okay. Pretty good. Oh yeah, it's already starting to melt. That's very, very hot. Ouchies. Okay, that's promising. I'm just gonna make this just a little bit shorter. Or you know what? I'm actually gonna curve it in a little bit. Yeah! Okay, I like that. I think that'll work. Then I'm also gonna do the same thing to the bottom piece. Okay, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Look at his new grills. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm gonna see if I can get these nails to stick. I'm gonna do that by grabbing a little X-Acto knife and just kind of making a little incision. Boopity boop. And, oh yeah, I think that'll do. That's perfect. So now that I know that that's actually gonna work, I'm gonna start painting these teeth. Okay, that should be more than enough, hopefully. Now it's time to paint these guys. I got this fun white acrylic paint, and I think it's gonna be perfect for it. It just has a very shiny white. That is if I can even get it to stick onto this nail. Okay, those are all painted white. Now I'm gonna go in with some red paint, and I'm gonna take this really, really coarse brush and make little tiny dots at the bottom. I think this is supposed to be kind of like his gums. Slash maybe he has some blood in his teeth, I don't really know. I also discovered that I can use tweezers. It really helps a lot to hold it. I just kind of dab it on. I'm just kind of dabbing it so that I get little dots at the bottom of the tooth. Ah, yes. I just got to do that with all of them. So these turned out pretty good. I think they're all ready for me to start putting them inside of his face. Just slide that right in there. Ah! No! Okay. That's pretty good. Just gonna go ahead and hot glue that into place on here, and then we go on to the next one. Just gotta take it real slow. One at a time, one tooth at a time. Boopity boop. Toothity tooth. Okay, now I just got to do that with his whole bottom row of teeth. The bottom jaw with the teeth is now complete. Now I just have to do the same thing with the top. Ho, I'm liking this so far. Oh yes, and we are done with that part. That looks quite terrifying, not gonna lie. So there's a few more improvements I'm noticing that I could do on Nightmare Freddy. Another thing is his ears are kind of held on by like a spring, and he also has some like metallic pieces peeking out of his face. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut his ear off. Oh yes. Round that out a little bit. Boopity boop. And then eventually, I think I'm gonna use one of these springs to make it so that his ear is just kinda out like that. That seems correct. Doing. Yeah, that ought to do it. I think I'll do his ears right now. Looks good. Then I just carefully hot glue these bad boys on. Now I just gotta reattach him to his head. Boopity boop. So he's looking pretty good with his big old goofy ears. But I think the next thing I'm gonna do is fully paint in his eyes. And then maybe give him some like scary like metal battle damage. You know what I'm saying? Might try and glue some of these on, I think. Looks like he has a couple like big gouges in his eye, like coming out of his eye, so maybe try something like that. I think I also kind of want to use this like around his eyes. Boopity boop. Okay, yeah. I'm liking how that's looking so far. I think I'm gonna go in and blacken the eyes. That way he doesn't have any of the white. Oh yes, that looks about 60% more spooky, I'd have to say. Now that that's done, I'm gonna insert his weird metal eye things. So I added some more of the pie tin to his face to kind of make it look like some metal was popping out. Now I think I'm going to attempt to try and attach his head to the lower part of his head. I haven't fully decided how I'm going to do this, but I think I don't want the back of his mouth showing through. So I'm probably going to use a little bit more of this pie tin and just glue that together and maybe use like a little spring to reinforce it. Hopefully that works. If not, I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, it's not bad so far. I may need a little bit more pie tins. So far, I think I'm doing a pretty good job on this. I'm going to carefully put this together. Wow. That's, pretty terrifying so far. I think I'm going to go in and reinforce him with a little bit more pie tin as well. Just to make sure he, like, really stays together. Oof. That's hot. Ah yes, no one will know that this is a pie tin, except for you guys, because I told you guys. And maybe people who look at this and are like, is that a pie tin? Basically, I think that should cover everyone, but there's another thing I wanted to do, and that is give this guy some fur. My friend Allie made a video where she made an entire piano velvet, and I was like, oh my gosh, that would be perfect. So what she did was she put like an adhesive on the piano, and then use something called flocking. Now, I tried to buy all the right stuff, okay? I bought the flocking, which is like the powdery fur stuff. I bought the flocking gun. I even bought the suede undercoat. But when I opened this up, I noticed it said Cardinal, and this is actually red paint. Ugh! So, I can't really use red. I need brown, because he's a brown bear. So, what I did was, I tried just using some brown acrylic paint on this piece of Freddy's mouth, and then I started using the flocking on it, and it looks like everything seems to stay on. It's a little powdery, but like, you know, I think it'll be good enough. So I'm gonna go in and paint all this brown, and then I'm gonna flock it. And then we'll have a nice, soft, brown fuzzy bear. Gonna go ahead and mask this off really quick. Oh yes, boopity boop. Go ahead and paint him up. Now we're gonna try flocking this guy. Ah, yes, and this is how it turned out. I'm gonna carefully unmask it. Hopefully it doesn't mess up everything I just did. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's turning out pretty good. It doesn't look super great, but he is a very disheveled bear, so it's fine. I'll properly learn how to flock at one point, and, you know, I'll do this correct, but it doesn't have to look great right now. Next, I think I'm gonna start doing the darker brown part. So it's looking a little thin, so I'm actually going in and adding another layer of paint to what I just felted. That way, it's extra thick, you know what I mean? It's just, when you feel it, it's really felt. You're really gonna feel this felt. You're gonna feel this felt real good. You're gonna feel this felt like you've never felt it before. Anyway. Just gonna do this and then flock it again. We're gonna felt it, and we're gonna flock it, and we're gonna felt it. Anyway. That's looking pretty solid. There's a couple places I could definitely touch up, like here. And also, his nose ended up becoming the same color as his head. I think I'm just gonna paint the nose and see how it turns out if you just paint onto felt. I'm hoping it still just turns out like felt, you know? But there's only one way to find out. I just don't have the correct color in airbrush. Otherwise, I would use an airbrush for this. Because I know you can airbrush felt, and it turns out okay, but I don't know how it would turn out if you painted felt. So, we're about to find out. And yeah, that's turning out pretty fantastic. Now I think the last thing I really gotta do is his little top hat, which shouldn't be hard, you know, it's just all black. But I do have to mask everything off that I don't want to become black, so I'm gonna do that really quick. I'm also wearing a mask the entire time that I'm doing this because I really don't want to get all this stuff in my lungs. And he's looking absolutely fantastically terrible. I love it. Wow. I think I'm just gonna add a little bit more blood and details in the teeth. For this, I'm just gonna use my hands and just, you know, make it look like he's really just gotten in there and just mauled somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty scary. No! Okay, okay. That's pretty good. I kind of like that, actually. I messed up at first, but, you know, I fixed it. As Bob Ross once said, there are no accidents, only happy mistakes, you know? Happy little mistakes. Just do a little blood splatters, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that looks pretty dang good. Wow! I'm also gonna add a little bit of bloody scab, or as I like to call it, lingonberry jam. Just really just, ooh, yeah. Just add that jam right into it. Just jam that jam into his mouth. Freddy will love it. He's gonna love this jam. He's like, this will go great with honey. Honey and jam. I'm gonna put all this jam on my toast. See, Freddy isn't that scary of a guy, see? He's just a big old teddy bear, and he's just doing his thing, you know? He's just a little frazz bear. He's a little frazzle bear, you know what I'm saying? Wow. That is looking absolutely frightening. And I think the last thing I'm gonna do is add these glowing eyes. Don't mind me, Freddy, I'm just giving you sight, my boy. I'm giving you sentience and sight, and maybe a little bit of peace of mind. Who knows? I don't know who I'm giving peace of mind, but definitely not myself. This is terrifying. Oh yes, just stick those eyes right on in there. How are we looking? Oh my God! That is horrid. Holy crap. Okay, wow. I am very impressed with myself with this one. Very, very good, Robby. Fantastic. Now let's turn on the lights. Oh, why is only one of the bulbs? Oh, oopsies. Freddy, your eye hole fell off. There we go. We got some glowing Freddy Fazbear eyes. And now, I think that this mask is complete. Now that's what I call a Halloween mask. Ah, yeah? So if you guys want me to do even more FNAF masks, let me know down in the comments down below and give this video a big old thumbs up. That way I know you guys liked it. If you guys just can't wait until the next FNAF mask video, I actually have an entire playlist where I decorate masks right there. Okay guys, love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Peace, love, and Wi-Fi. Awkward ending? Okay, bye! Ah!